Apparently I never filmed an intro for this video, so welcome to the edit bay, which is conveniently located adjacent to my extensive collection of historical romance novels. If only that was the entire collection. Anyway, my dad bought a tractor. He's the busiest retired person I've ever seen. It started out as an Oliver 1550, and the owner had had the clutch replaced. The guy who replaced the clutch didn't do it correctly. He actually split the tractor, which on an Oliver you pull the engine out to replace the clutch. If you split it, like, you're really no better off. You might even be worse off. Anyway, we're thinking when he put it back together, he got something wrong and the transmission seized pretty quickly after he did the job. They took it apart, they tried to fix it, couldn't fix it, and supposedly it was sitting outside taken apart for 6 months. By the time we had it loaded on the trailer, it had turned into a 1600 Oliver, and it had been sitting outside taken apart for up to 3 years. So that's where the story picks up.
Wouldn't have mattered at all, Dave. I wouldn't have done it much longer. Just call me. It's no problem. That stuff happens.
But it was exciting 2 days.
I'll bet.
Just for my own deal.
Yeah.
Let's see.
I thought it was a 1550.
No, it's 1500.
1600.
Or 1600, yeah.
Yeah, 1600.
See, we get to talking numbers and I forget that.
Sure. We're here. We're going to try to get her on there. That's going to be... I
Let's see.
didn't bring a tape. Well, I'll bet that'll go on there.
The back are 90. 90.
To the middle?
10 years old. I'm done.
Oh, it looked awful big for 1550.
Yep.
I'll make a little hinge on a little bit more.
Don't scratch the paint.
Oh, God, no. Don't get under the dumb thing.
You're all right.
Yeah, put it under the block.
Oh man, you're gonna scratch the paint. That's good.
I can tell it too when you get close to the block. What do you think? We need to set it. I mean, it's round on the bottom.
I got it blocks.
Yeah, I think that'd be better.
Hey, you're okay. It's on there pretty good.
Huh?
It's on there good.
What are the odds that Zerk catch that chain?
One
What are the odds that Zerk catch a chain?
I'll let you can hold it up and get it back on there. I'll let it down. Get another grab.
Might be better to go underneath the other end. No, just
You got it.
That's better. What do you think about my spacing?
Not bad.
We have to do something with them pins in those holes. You know, if we had the pins through the holes in the floors, maybe.
They both have holes. It's up.
Put the chain on down there.
Shut her down.
Let it down.
No, shut it down. Yeah, let's put some chains on it. Oh, little more. Oh, I come in. Oh, now up. Oh, I'll go back just a hair. Oh, up.
Get over the pin.
Yep.
Yeah, you're right there. Wait, so I can keep coming up.
Come up. Is that clear?
Be careful underneath.
Now we gotta go more.
4 more inches.
Yeah, well, oh, or come forward a little bit, might work.
Oh, that's folded together. I didn't notice that. Yeah, I'll just go forward a little. Yeah, I'll just go forward a little bit. It'll hurt yourself. Yes. Let me get on there and help you.
Oh man,
There
it's
we
bolted
go.
together, but not really.
Yeah. Yeah. That's good enough. That's good enough.
Okay. You're all right. Whoa. Whoa.
I think we'll have to drag that valve out there, maybe. Kind of going over the side of the boat.
Should make it now.
If you clear the boat, then we can do something with it. There we go.
Hey, come down with it. Down.
Okay, I'm way off track here.
Whoa. Yeah, we need a wheel bar. Keep going. You're not going to be able to steer is the problem because you're pinned on both sides on that axle.
Well, but I think I can work it over a little bit.
All right, well, I
If
can.
you keep on this.
Yep.
Got it, man. We can back up too if we have to and get another hitch. Trouble is, we're going to try to straighten out when I go.
Right.
It's working.
You gonna be too wide?
Okay, now we're going to have to steer them with the pipe.
Yep.
Now we need to straighten with this. I should be able to get it.
You're too far this way.
What was that?
That was the.
Pin come out?
Yeah, you're on too much of an angle. The pin's not long enough. You gotta go up.
Do I need to back up a little, get the pin back in?
Nope. Yep. You still got one.
Thanks. Right in the middle? I can't
Yeah,
tell.
you're okay.
Now the hard part. part. I don't want to bend your ramp.
Well, let's stop there and think about it. Yeah, because I don't want you to bend them either.
No. So we come under the drawbar now.
Yep.
I gotta miss the ramp.
Yeah.
Really big truck over. Am I helping? No? Way back.
You're stuck now. You can't go any further.
Okay, we'll stop.
You're, the mast is high centered on the ramp.
That's what we did before. Okay, now what? Forward? Yeah.
Forward.
It's kind of roll. I got one wheel off.
That's working.
Push the whole thing. If I got to push the whole thing.
Come on in.
I got it.
Somebody left the truck in neutral. I wonder who that
I
was.
wonder who that was. Yeah. That's what it was. How's that look? That's as far as I can go.
That's probably good. Set it down.
Because I'm hitting the ramp. I'm hitting the ramp with the tire, aren't I? On
Yeah.
this- on your side.
Yes.
Okay. What's wrong with that? Have you got some weight on the truck?
Keep going.
Not really.
Well, we need about another foot.
Okay, then we'll get it some way.
You all right? Okay. You shift it over?
I can move it that way.
Yeah. Okay, set it down.
And now,
Set it down. Let's see.
like the truck. Big fenders, I don't want to hit them.
You're all right.
What do you think? You got a little weight on you now, don't you?
Let's try
Go
it.
slow.
Let's try it. Well, there's my load. Oliver 1600 with a locked up rear axle. It is the definition of a dead fish. In worst case scenario, if it falls off the trailer, we know how to put it back on. The Antiques Roadshow. What could possibly go wrong? Well, we made it back in one piece. So the plan is, this tractor has a seized up transmission. Somebody put a clutch in it that got something wrong, locked up the transmission, but the engine runs good. Gas engine, Waukesha. He's gonna put that engine into this 1650. There's the bulldozer. See, a lot of progress been made on that. Anyway, this thing's got the same engine, more or less, but it threw a rod or something. A catastrophic failure of some kind. So, gonna make two into one. This tractor has some kind of industrial transmission. It has a super high gear, like crazy high. It'll go like 28 miles an hour or something like that. Oh, hey. No, just, that's good. Okay, now what? Pull forward now? Now you're pushing the 3-point arms through the deck.
Oh, shit.
It's turning the wheels.
Now we gotta look forward.
No, we gotta steer it. This is a pretty funky seat. It's more like the old 550s. It's totally different than the 1650. So it's got the Oliver electric over hydraulic.
But the rims are different too.
On that one, do you?
Yeah. That rim's got two beads, the other one only got one.
Yeah, there's a lot of differences.
That center comes all the way out.
Oh, the hub's different?
Everything's
The whole
different.
thing's different.
The whole
Axle's same size.
the whole iron hubs is different. The shaft down here is, it probably reset the tension on it, and you can't do that. You got to leave them alone.
They got the preload wrong.
They
Locked it up.
Well, the thing with that is there's a set of spacers on there, and they wear. Then when you take the slack out of it, it gets tight against
see.
against the turning surfaces instead of the bushings.
Holy crap, when it turned, huh? Come out of the bottom.
Yeah, but
that's from these gears.
But
turn.
this whole part of it is fine. The bowl gears. And
Yeah, the
everything.
differential's okay in it. Even those bearings into the
So
final
where's
box look like they're okay.
you think's wrong with it?
I think I think they tightened this lower shaft too tight. That's what was wrong with Dale's.
Well, it's another cold, windy, dreary day. We're going to see if we can get this thing to run. We've got conflicting stories. Initially, we were told that it had only been sitting for about 6 months, and then the story changed, and it could be as much as 3 years. So we don't really know. Transmission is still seized up. My dad said the counter shaft is seized. So one of the bearings we think is seized up or spun or something. So we're not sure if it can be saved or not, or if it'd even be worth it. So worst case scenario, we pull the engine out and put it in the 1650. It's got a good transmission. It just has that kind of goofy industrial transmission that's super high ratio. But at least you'd have a running, driving tractor that way. This engine is smaller though. The 1600 engine is smaller than the 1650. And what's weird is it's actually slightly smaller than the 1550, which is what we thought this tractor was initially, which is really weird. Anyway, these old Waukesha's are pretty, they're pretty simple engines. We should be able to get it to run. Yeah, we're gonna pull the battery out of this John Deere. A lot of progress been made on this machine. It did move, well, 90 degrees and about 12 feet.
It's run quite a bit since you were here. Just can't tell it. I just been going back and forth with it.
I told people I'd make a follow-up video and it shouldn't take any more than another 12 years.
16.
16, is that what you figured it was?
Yeah, 12 was a low estimate. It's actually 16.
16 years, okay.
Ooh, that's.
Not gonna work.
Well, I could.
Just need to fold up some beer cans and wedge them in there.
Well, it'll take up a long ways. I can. I could turn it over.
Oh. Yeah.
And then
Might
it'll-
have one of those repair terminals. Let me look.
No, that's okay. This will work.
Now it's snowing. Just what we needed. I think the snow helps them start. Need a 9/16.
So the right way to do this would probably be to pull the valve cover, pull the spark plugs, lube it up, turn it by hand. But we got this switch on the dash that does that for us.
I don't know. We're not getting any lights.
I got a remote starter switch.
So what we got to be careful of is this, that
Oh.
it doesn't go in gear.
Yeah, the high-low.
But we're just going to crank for now, so.
Okay.
Well, here goes. I guess I don't. I
wanna
will
pull
not. I won't do that. Well, we're up here too, so
There you go. It's on a stand.
it's quasi safe.
No fuel in the tank, right?
All right,
Yeah, it
we need
turned
some
pretty good.
gas. We need some gas. All right.
Yep.
Tighten that up.
Bigger, but it'll work.
Yeah, it'll work. That's done. Now we go maybe up here with this somewhere.
Yeah, that's probably pretty good.
Yeah, I think we're ready to try it. So I've got kind of a thing I do here to be safe, and I'll just do it. I always get on.
Yep, you don't want to start them from the ground.
So there's a choke here, and it works, and there's a throttle here, and it works. So we'll go about halfway.
There's been a few critters in the exhaust pipe.
Okay, let's do this then. What's in there?
Critters. Mouse nest.
That's all right. What's that noise?
Sounds pretty good.
Missing when we shut it off, so I think we're okay.
That was way too easy.
Yeah, it was, but I'm glad we didn't do a lot of monkeying around before we found out.
Cool.
Yes. So at least I got that much. We could click that thing into high or low and see what it does.
That's up to you.
Let's do it. I mean, I can let it out easy. This is in gear and the other two are out of gear. The only thing that could happen is that one below there could slip into gear and that'll just make the wheel go.
Okay.
But none of it will go right now, so I don't think it's going to work.
Well,
I think my
pinion
problem
shaft
is that
is-
this bearing is stuck.
Okay.
I had the pinion all the way through.
Oh, really? Okay.
Yes. Yeah, we can do that right now.
Oh, yeah. Yep, I believe you.
See, that's done. That we can pull it now. The trouble I have is this shaft won't turn.
Counter shaft.
And it won't turn. And I don't know what the heck is wrong, but let's try a little bit of persuasion.
What's the worst that could happen?
Well-
It's already broke.
Let's pump this up a little more. In case it would take off, then this wheel will freewheel. I don't want the whole thing taken off and, you know what I mean.
Right.
Don't try this at home, kids. Oh, something fell in the transmission.
What is that?
What was that? Something green.
Yeah, I'll get it.
Oh, I see. It's a key tag.
I'm gonna do it.
Now you can actually see that main shaft
Yes.
bend up.
Yeah, and I don't want that. So we're done, but I mean, it was worth a try.
Yeah.
So what's wrong with that is right there somewhere,
Yeah.
and I don't know what it is, but I think it's that back bearing on that. Because there's just nothing else.
Right.
All the other gears will wiggle. But boy, it's tight. It's not the front, because I've taken the front loose in order to be able to move the shifters, so I'm pretty sure the front's okay.
Surprised it won't just spin that bearing in the.
I am too,
the
but it
transmission?
won't do it. It will not do it. I've tried everything. And I'll just have to get the torch in there, probably cut that bearing out.
Yeah.
That's where the pump was, right there.
Right.
Remember that. And it's fine. I've got it in the shop. I thought it was stuck, but that's not what it is.
Yeah, so there's an oil pump that feeds into this filter and then feeds the main bearing there.
Right. That's right. That's off. But something's holding that counter shaft, and I don't know what it is. Unless it's the top shaft doing that, but the top shaft is trying to move.
Yeah.
It's that counter shaft, I know, because I spent hours out here trying to get that loose the other day, and I didn't make much progress. So it is out of gear. It will roll again if we wanted to do that. Hey, I'm happy it runs. The whole goal of this whole thing was to have an engine to put in that tractor, so we have that.
There you go.
We might
Okay.
even have a new clutch in this, since the guy said they just did that. So,
If we can trust the guy who did it.
well, anyway, that's great. It worked.
Okay, good enough.
Yes.